Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to look at back into our review. And just bear with me. I'm trying to share these videos if it's not going to start moving. It's a review a lot. Well, I just want to touch bases with what is going on in the media and how we are looking at moving forward. That's what it is. Let's look back into our review. Tag some few people here, if you wouldn't mind. Please, if you don't like the tag, kindly untag yourself. Thank you. Kindly do that just to get the ball rolling. I don't want to offend anyone, but I got to do what I got to do. Yeah, like I said, let's look back into our review and see how we can move ourselves together. You see, it's a reflection. To start in earnest, I need to first of all tell people, as we pass through these hurdles of life, the coronavirus issues is pandemonium. The people call it pandemic, but I call it pandemonium. It has take everything off the sky and put people at home. But in doing that, there are other things happening on the other end. Domestic and family violence is up top of the roof. But before then, remember you have to wash your hands. When you sneeze, on your elbow. And when wear your face mask, social distance, follow the rules and regulations. We're on a lockdown. You know you can't go more than 5 kilometers from your house or to your supermarket closer to you. You know that. So if you go out of your space, you know what the cost is gonna be. The police is out there waiting for you to be caught. And remember this, they're working for the government. The government have given them the mandate. So you have to abide by the rules. There's no two ways about it. If you want to cross out of the town, go and get a police extract in order for you to protect and prevent yourself from not being arrested. And if you're working in the social care industries, always abide by the rules and regulations. Sanitize your hands. Wear all your PPE. Coronavirus is real. There's no gimmick about it. And people get to understand about this. You got to take it seriously. In order for us to get out of this pandemic that we're facing here in Melbourne, we have to abide by the rules and regulations. That is, follow the government's approach in solving the issues. As an ambassador of peace, we bring peace to the people. That is the first thing that come out of Victoria. And remember, the numbers is dropping significantly. And we expect it to drop, and then we start talking about lifting out, going out of restriction 4, going back to 2 or 3, and before the vaccine is sent to us. If you are watching this video, please kindly share it and get people on board. As you guys know, the life we live is always going to be what we make up for ourselves. It is not about me, but it's about the people around us. We want to make people happy. We want to make sure people are getting what they deserve. So please, if you are watching the video, please kindly share it to touch lives. I'm here in the basis of touching people's lives. Now, there is a breaking news, and it's a little bit older news, but it was yesterday. My co-human rights partner in Benin City went to the court to go and support one Osaikimen Ebogbudi, who was defied. And she is just only 6 years old. You know, They say possible for rituals. The native doctor whose partner in crime in the ordeal has just passed away. He has kicked the bucket, so left with one person. Each person involved in this crime is by the name of Obinyan Destiny. As you guys know, a lot of people want to be rich. People want to make it. You know, that's what we call ego. People use the peers group. People they want to belong. In a society, they don't have access. People want to ride a Lamborghini. People want to live in big mansions. People want to do what their friends do. In the Benin language, they said, "Oh, yani wo mayaki aki." Not everything your friends does you can do perfectly. Please share the video. Let's touch life together. It's very important what I'm trying to say here. This is outside politics. Politics has its own ball game. You know, we're touching business. I'm going to touch business bit by bit to get to the bottom of what we're going to say. But one thing first is that I want people to support Osa Okewen Ebogbudin, 6-year-old baby who was defied. The mother is not in the picture. He has a father. I've pledged my support to donate $5,000 to this little kid. If you have anything to give, I will post the bank account later on the program. But what I'm trying to say in essence is domestic violence and family violence, ritualisms, pastorisms, and all sort of people wanting to make money in false pretense, get to stop. We're still using the opportunity to call on the law enforcement agency to tighten up their belts, to speed it up to secure the vulnerables. As you guys know, I have an NGO in Nigeria. Most of all these things comes to me first. And you begin to wonder how many news I get a day, how many news my office is solving on every daily basis. I'm going to try to connect a live stream from me to my office so you can see the numbers of people coming into my office on a daily basis. But the question is, how much can we? I know there's coronavirus that is stopping people from moving around. People are still working. But if you're watching this video, please help me share this video to touch life together. It is not an easy thing to do, but we have to be sincere in what we're doing. Can you go there? So we have to support whichever one comes first. You know, if you're having issues with child support around Nigeria, contact us. We will deal with the issue. We'll make sure the father or the woman involved in the relationship is supporting your kid. It's very important for the two parents to be in the life of a kid. One can have it on the weekend and one can take care of him on a daily basis. It's win-win process. If your wife is in charge, you have to financially, morally, and otherwise support whoever the kids is with. It is very, very important. It's not a right. It's an obligation that for you to be in the life of your kid. When it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to family violence, we also deal with the issue from the office, child abuse. You know, we do child abuse. This is why we're here today. This is a child abuse. A 6-year-old little kid you can't defy that little kid. It's uncalled for. It's unwarranted. It's never thought of at all. If you indulge in this kind of silly act, please, it's time for you guys to stop it. It's never going to be okay. I got a video sent to me yesterday, a ritualist in Lagos who has killed about 4 or 5 people, put in his well. The well he taking water to drink from. And it has turned it to be a graveyard. That all the friends have come to visit him, he's killing them for rituals. And then tied their legs and dumped them in the well. And he's equally taking water from that well to feed his family. And the family have no idea what this man was doing. The 4th one, he was caught. So What I'm saying, in essence, is we need to be very, very, very sincere. We need to be very, very articulate. If someone invites you, you don't trust this person, tell your wife, tell your brother, tell your uncle, tell your auntie, tell your friends where you are going. It's good to leave a message behind. Especially when you are living around Ogun State, in somewhere in Benin City, at Uwelu, it's very dangerous. We are in Upper, it's very dangerous. We're in Sesevio, it's very dangerous. Most of these quarters, that is outside city, is very dangerous. Some places in Julius Berger, somewhere like Oshudin and Ajegule area in Lagos, they are very dangerous. This place, if you are going to see any of your friends there, kindly leave a message for your wife, leave a message with your friends, leave a message where the address, everywhere they can find you. It's very important that all these people that are killing human beings for rituals, you can't imagine a ritualist, it doesn't drive a car, it doesn't have a keke nape, he doesn't even have a motorbike. You're making money for someone else to be very rich, but you making the rituals to make someone rich or poor. That does not ring bell in your head that whatever you're doing, you're wrong? How will you kiss someone to be rich? You kiss somebody to make other person rich, and you that is doing the rituals, you are very poor. Does that ring a bell? And you go and rape a little kid. You go and rape a little kid just because you want to collect the spermatozoa so that the other person can use it to make money and be rich. At the end of the day, you are poor. I don't know which God people are serving these days. A ritualist that is making somebody rich, he is poor. Poor more than the people selling in the street. The only good thing, maybe you have a house over the roof, or sometimes it's even renting, and you turn that rent house into a hell. Some of the pastors who is preaching anointing oil, who preaching miracles, are actually witchcrafts, are actually ritualists, and they actually doesn't have the anointing power, but they are there deceiving people out of their own financial goodwill, just for them to be enriching themselves. I understand pastors want to make money, they want to be rich, but the ritualists, I don't think they think about riches. They're just thinking about making other people rich while they are poor. The pastor actually want to drive beautiful cars, but they don't have the power of anointing. If you are somewhere in Ogun State, in Oyo, in Edo, in Anambra, Imo, be very, very careful. A pastor was arrested in Anambra State. He deals on babies. He buying babies. He has about 9 or 8 ladies, which is above 40 years of age, selling babies to this pastor. Another pastor was arrested in Abuja, who kidnapped to said he was going to use the money to donate to NGOs, not for profit organization, in order for these NGOs to touch lives. Why would you want to take life? Just because you want to donate money for people. Rapist. So this pandemic has caused a lot of havoc than good. The American president is ruling on Twitters. And you can imagine what the pandemonium that is happening in America, that over 150 people are dying from coronavirus on a daily basis. Yet, some of my friends say Donald Trump is the best president to ever rule the world. Another of my friend called me from Singapore and said they want Donald Trump to win the election again. And when I asked him why, he goes so that American can go down more. I said, but why would you want the American to go down more? Without American, the world is going to be in a chaos, but we need a upright head, someone that can think about humanity, somebody can think about the existence of somebody that can be not just talking about how many jobs he has created, but how many lives he has saved. You can't create a job when you don't have anybody to go and work the work. We're talking about humanity. On the other hand, people want to make money just to satisfy their conscience. They even use their wife for rituals. You see, somebody said he's married for 12 years, 15 years, he did not have a baby. Whatever push you to get married will never push you to build a house. So I still wondering why people still can't see the profit of living peacefully, righteously in this surface of the earth. We are all born equal with 5 fingers. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every human being you meet on earth has the same 5 fingers. Whether brown, Hispanic, is Caucasians, black, white, brown, Indians, Asians. If you don't believe me, let them look at your hand. Some people are born with 6 fingers. They come here, but they still slice it out, because if you don't do that, it becomes an animal. It's a taboo. No man can carry 6 fingers. Most of the animals have 4 fingers. Some of them have 6. Some of them have 5. But in the earth we live in, please share this video. Let's touch life together. This earth we live in, we've seen it all. In our generation, we have come with chickenpox. We have seen epilepsy. We have seen Alzheimer's disease. We have seen Ebola. We have seen chicken flu. You know, we've seen, now we're in the era of coronavirus. All these are all man-made diseases. It's not HIV, hepatitis B, C, and D, syphilis, gonorrhea. All these are all human-made diseases. There's nothing, God has not created the earth and created diseases on it. We understand that we're bad angels that were dethroned from heaven that came to earth to start deceiving people. The era we are now have more evils compared to our great-grandfathers who have so many herbal medicines. There were no Panadol. At that time, people were still able to cure themselves of headache, and people who have cancer were able to cure their head with cancer, and all these diseases were able to be cured. We have more than enough doctors, but now all we are experiencing is diseases that can never be cured. They only have medications to kill it a little bit. Flu has been with us for quite a long time now. Still, we can't find a definite cure. We only have medicine to suppress it. Now here is COVID-19. For last year, this is COVID 2020. It's causing a lot of havoc. They still call it COVID-19, but the reality is COVID-19. It started in November and December last year. That's why they came up with COVID-19. But right now we're in 2020. That name should be changed to COVID 2020. The year 2020. This is where we are. The life, more or less like a borrowed life now. People are dying in numbers. The Spanish is getting diagnosed of coronavirus 2,000 on a daily basis. France, England, Italy, they're no longer emphasizing it on a television the way it used to be. People want to open their economy. Sister Lyso, thank you for watching. Let's share this video. Let's touch life together. So on the political stream, things are happening. On the moral scene, things are happening. People go to church to get blessings and miracles, and on the unexpected are happening. People are being convinced. The question I ask every pastor today, where do they get the anointing oil from? Is it from supermarket? Is it from Akusa market? Is it from Sunday market? Is it from Balogun market? Is it for Lilugwe market? Is it for Kawale market? Is it for Johannesburg market? Is it for Blacktown market? Is it from Los Angeles market? Is it from Alaska market? Ontario market? Is it from Frankfurt market? Is it from Rome market? I want to know, where did the anointing oil came from? Why would somebody want to buy oil and nod your head? If that person is a bad hand and he nod your head, for that whole season, you begin to see bad things. If you go to a bad church to go and pray, your prayer will never be received by God. If your bad pastor is praying for you, he's only promoting himself to get rich in the expense of all the congregations. He is only enriching himself because he's sold to the devil. The old devil is all about the money, not about the soul. Once your soul is contaminated, whatever you preach, whatever you say in your congregation, you are equally poisoning the people with bad spirit. That is where it is. It doesn't matter how prolific you are, how vocal you are, how much you can convince. If you are convincing people and praying to people with a diabolical heart, without righteousness, you are an evil person, and when you die, you will never even reach the gate of hell before you burn to ashes. But let me tell you this. When the white people were sowing seed in industrialization, in development, in infrastructure development, in accountability, in transparency, the black people were sowing seed in building churches. These churches where they are taught it to be ritualist, churches that they are using babies, churches where they are sleeping with people's wives, churches where they sleep with people's girlfriend, churches where they fornicate. That is what Africans were doing. Where the white people were busy industrializing themselves, creating security, human rights, progressiveness. For today, in a Edo space, Edo, if you go to Facebook now, you will be imagining how much power the governor have over the people on Facebook. What are people looking for? Come on, go out. Yeah, go and meet your friend. Go back. You can see how much power, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about the break. If you are on Facebook, you can see the power Edo governor have imposed on the Togba group. They call it Alahaudao on Facebook. The development of Edo State, who's supposed to be on the ground, is on Facebook. That is to tell you how much spirit, the spirit of development, the spirit of intellectualism, the spirit of how people can plan goes on Facebook. Instead of them to convince people on ground about what they've done so far, so that people can follow their initiative, but they take their mandate to Facebook. Facebook doesn't vote. If you look at it, or talk back group, majority of them are abusers. I pray to God today to have mercy on them. If you're on Facebook and you are on Talkback and you are abusing somebody, righteousness is far away from you. Riches, you can't have it. Wealth, you can't have it. Development is far away. All you need to channel your spirit of maturity to the people. You can say something without abusing anyone. But as much as you are there abusing people who are, because somebody does not support your views and aspiration or your agenda, and you believe by abusing the person is the core principles of your own personal life, of your own personal endeavor to develop your state, then you're going to miss righteousness, you're going to miss heaven, you're going to miss development. A society when someone will call you from Benin City and tell you drinking a borehole water is the best thing that have ever happened to Edo State. To me, I say Kabodu Ritajamata. We have to reject evil from the goods. A society development starts from good education, from infrastructural development, from road security and water provisions to its citizens. An average Edo man on Facebook, the Togba, believe drinking water from the borehole is the best thing that ever happened because they were born in the 90s. People that were born in the 90s have never experienced tap water in Edo State. Believe me honestly, people born from 1992, 93, 94 to these days have not experienced tap water if you are in Edo State. They so much convince these people that you have to get water from the well, you have to get water from borehole to be able to live and survive. The majority of the people are dying with malaria, fever, typhoid, all from these borehole waters. You have sockaway in the back of your house, one in your front of the house. In the process, there's a borehole. Borehole is supposed to be 600 meters away from sockaway. When you're planning to build a house, plan it perfectly that when you know you want to do a borehole, try as much as you can to find a way to do it properly. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I believe two compounds can come together to make one borehole. To avoid all these diseases that is people are drinking from borehole waters. Borehole water need to be refined. They need to be boiled and refined and remove all the impurities before drinking it. But an average Edo person believe drinking a borehole water is the best thing that ever happened in Benin City. Now, to be a governor, the first things you have to do right as I speak is to be able to provide a good pipe-borne water to your people, tap water. We have water board, we have water reservoir. They don't pump water to anywhere, but they are getting paid salaries. We have schools built by Oshomole. The current governor refused children to attend those classes. He preferred the kids to attend classes under a dilapidated building with no roof while teachers are teaching with umbrellas. And yet, our talkback group on Facebook believes people must drink water and school in a dilapidated buildings. Somebody said to me on Facebook that, oh, the school in your village is not good. How come the village people did not combine money together and build the school? This is a government school. It's not private. When they were prepared to fix the school, the people started fighting. Now, they're supporting Mr. Steve Eid from Canada. Said they're supporting because of hatred and jealousy. They don't know what they're supporting. You are rightly right, my brother. When politics is becoming